Hi, everybody. It's me, Charles Norman, Sports Solutions LLC. I'm doing this series. It's 52 little secrets. We've been doing this for 8 years now. So we've seen a lot of stuff that's going on. And I'm trying to show you guys what the kids that are successful at youth sports in general, but the ones that actually go and get the athletic scholarship offers, what do they do different? What are the little tiny behind the scenes secrets that we see that make a huge difference? And you kind of feel it, but you can't quite say it. This is number 6, I believe, out of the 52. This one, I'm going to say that's unfair. That's what we're going to title this one. That's unfair. What I'm talking about are those natural advantages that certain kids have that they take advantage of. Everybody has these advantages, but most people don't take advantage of. Somehow the world has gotten to our heads that if you take advantage of a situation that you're in or an opportunity that you have for whatever reason, you're cheating, you're getting away with something. But everybody else is doing it. I'm watching them do it. And so this happened to us too, with my daughter, which is how I got into this. I'm not a coach. I'm not a former athlete of college or pros or anything like that. I wrote software and I'm pretty analytical about how I do things. And so this is going to be, I'm going to cram a lot in because I'm trying to keep these between 2 to 5 minutes. So let's go real quick here. Natural advantage is one, and it could be a lot of different things. It could be just as simple as your genetics, right? You're just born to somebody. So you're going to be tall, or you're going to be a husky kid, or you're going to be, something like that, where you just have a built-in advantage for who you are. That is a sport you should be looking at, or sports you should be looking at to take advantage of that. That's just a natural advantage. Another advantage could be where you live. You might live near a lake where they do a lot of sailing. You want to get into sailing or crew, or you're gonna you live near ski slopes, or you live near a golf course or tennis course, or your family happens to have the money that you're part of an organization, a club or something that allows that, so that you can get more reps than other people that are coming around, and you can get them at a younger age, or you're around people like that. So these are just some of the little small advantages that are just there. It's just built in. You didn't do anything special. It just happens to be there for you. And then there's the ones where you're just natural at a certain sport. Maybe you're just an athletic kid. Maybe you're just a precise kid, like precision is your thing. There's all these different sports you could be getting into that most people don't even think about it. Maybe you grow up on a farm and, so you're around, you can do equestrian or something like that, or rodeo. All of these sports can get you an athletic scholarship. And I'm going to talk about something even bigger than that once I get through with this series, that is changing in youth sports, or college sports for sure. But in youth sports, this is the big thing. And remember, our big thing is with youth sports is that your access. That is what is key to everything. Whatever sport you choose, if you take the journey as seriously as you take actually learn how to play the sport, it makes a whole difference in the rest of your life. So that's going to be really important. But the one I really want to talk about today is one I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and I see it. So this was one for my daughter. So the months you're born in and the sports you select to be your main sports, those things should coincide. So for my daughter, she's born in March. And so the first 3 months of the year, if you're born the first 3 months of the year, you should be playing fall sports as your key sport. So she played basketball, but she was good at softball, some other sports. But I'm just, because it's giving you almost a 8-9 month advantage age-wise. And when you're younger, your ability to move your body, put it where you want, your athleticism, your thought process, you're way ahead of a kid that maybe was born in July or August that want to play that same sport, because you have more time. And I watch over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter which, the middle months are the worst, because usually for youth sports, it's the fall, winter, and then you have some spring sports, right? So you want to make sure that wherever you are, at least one of the sports, and you should have 2 main sports that you want to play. You should try a bunch. Now, I want you to have that clear. You should try a bunch of sports, but there should be 2 main sports. One that is just something you love to do, because that is just the sport you picked. It could be from the area you're in, like we talked about earlier, or someone in your family has an advantage because they played at a high level and you just take to that sport. That's cool. But you should also have one where your age gap gives you an advantage in maturity early on, because I'm telling you guys, the separation happens around 9 years old. And so if you had an advantage early, you catch people's eyes and they go, hey, I know you're doing this rec sport, but come over here for our club sport, because we see something in you and we want to bring you over. So that's a great one to think about, as far as it just happens to be a natural situation. You didn't do anything to make that happen. Here's the next one though, and I think this was one that a lot of people miss out on. And this one is when you're born after school starts. So for us in California, it's September. Our kids go back to school in September. So if you're born in October, November, even September if you want to, October, November, December, if you waited one more, you could put your kid in school the following year. Because if you put them in school that year and they're just turning 5 years old, you starting them in kindergarten, they are going to be, they're going to be with the kids that were already 5 in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, right? So they're behind just physically and mentally. They're behind, and they'll always be a little less sophisticated than their classmates. And as long as you're going to turn 18 during your senior year, I think you're okay. Now, I know some parents end up holding their kids back because they find out they're great in sports, maybe a physical sport. And so if you hold them back one more year, they get a year of physical maturity. And some people do that even if their kid is of the right time period. But if you could just think about it, because I know for parents, what they want to do is they want to get this kid in school so they get them all, got them going through their regular motions so they can get back to work, have some free time if you don't have to work. I get it. But if you can hold off that one more year, it will make a huge difference in your kid's size, their skill set. Again, kind of like what we talked about a little bit earlier. And I know a lot of people think, sort of playing games with that, but I watch it all the time. And then the final thing I want to say about this, because I want to keep these short as I can, and I'm going to extend these out. I'm going to actually write about this and expand on each one of these 52 things that I'm talking about. Everybody else is taking advantage. Any advantage they have, who they know, the coach at the high school, some administrator somewhere if they want to transfer, everything that they know, a trainer, somebody in the neighborhood happened to play pro and they're going to come coach their team for them, or they played at the collegiate level or college level themselves and they've got a bunch of other friends that did that too. They're going to get all their kids together. Everyone's doing it except for the regular average Joe because they think, oh, well, you don't do that. That doesn't sound right to me. Take advantage. Don't take advantage in the field of competition. Don't do that. But as far as you positioning your kid for the most success, getting your kid in the right position at the right time, and so that they can go as far as they can possibly go, you got to take advantage of your advantages. We are the creators of AthleticSOS. It's a software that we've developed ourselves that will help you if you have a high school athlete that is trying to get an athletic scholarship. You want to use our software, absolutely no cost for you guys to use it. Down below in the description, I give you a code, I give you instructions for how to use the code. Please take advantage of it. It makes a difference. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week. Bye.